everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute since I've actually sat down and done this. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, my name's Audrey. I think today's video, I'm hoping today's video is pretty short because I'm very busy this week, but as I said, I haven't done this in a hot minute. So we're gonna do kind of like a little get ready with me yap session while I do my makeup, and then I have to run some errands. My friend Kaylin, who part of the catch up is like her bachelorette, she's getting married next week, and the rehearsal dinner's on Sunday, and so today's I don't know what today is, but I have to get ready for that, so I have to run some errands, and then I will be headed off to Indianapolis. But before I run those errands, I need to fix this. So I thought we would do a little catch-up session while I do that so that I can catch you guys up. That's what a catch-up session is. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I have been making notes on my phone because literally so many things have happened. I also very much wanted to vlog a lot of these things, but life was just like really crazy, and so I didn't get to. I'm gonna start makeup, and then once I get kind of in a groove, we'll probably like start yapping. So I think the last video that I posted was my friend's wedding in Texas. I'm 23, and so this is kind of like, I feel like the age where everyone is kind of at a different phase of life. So I have friends getting married, I have friends having kids, I have friends that are single. It's very interesting because everyone's kind of up to different things. Oh, my phone went dark. I need my notes. My friend's wedding in Texas. Hopefully you watched that video. Super fun. It was just my parents and I. And we did like a full day in Waco. And then we headed over to the wedding for the next day. After that, I was really sick, so I didn't vlog that, but I was also in the midst of my capstone, so if you didn't know that, that's kind of a big update. I have a mirror down here, that's what I'm looking at, by the way. Yeah, so being sick and then like also trying to do capstone was like not great. I was feeling really behind and like very stressed, and I don't think that was helping me either because the stress on top of trying to get work done, not a good combo. It felt like, I had several different things, like different colds and whatnot. So I was sick for like almost 3 weeks, which was just really annoying and really inconvenient. My freshman year, when I started college in 2020, I had made like a little rule for myself of I'm never gonna pull an all-nighter. Well, that did not work. I made it all this way through my senior year to have to pull an all-nighter for my capstone, which I was like, okay, if it's gonna be for anything, it's gonna be for capstone, and that made me, yeah, that was like, you know, okay, I guess. So the next kind of like big moment, since this was like senior year, there's a lot of lasts, and I'm a pretty emotional gal, so I pulled this all-nighter, and then we had, on Thursday night, we had late night, which is the ministry that I've been a part of through college, and so it was the last night in like senior takeover, and I think we have a group picture, so I'll put that in here if I can remember, but we were supposed to have like senior talks. I was so completely busy that I didn't have time to prep anything, so luckily one of the other seniors, he was kind enough to like kind of take the lead, and then he literally briefed me like 5-10 minutes before we were supposed to go of like what we were going to be talking about. So, and he also warned everyone when we got up there in front of everyone. He was like, just so you know, like, Audrey hasn't slept, and she just got told what we're going to talk about. So that was very interesting. I don't truly remember that night all that much. I do know that I cried a lot. Yeah, that group of people in that ministry has just been like a big part of my life for quite some time now, and yeah, so it's kind of sad to see it go. let's see, what's next? Oh, so then I stayed later than I had planned at that last night, but I was also like, it's the last one, so like I gotta stay. And so I thought that I could get home and finish my finals the next day, by the way. So Thursday was the last late night, senior night, tears, crying. I had pulled an all-nighter the night before. My final is Friday. And so there was lots of tears on Thursday night to then go home and have to finish a over 4 foot long model that I had built, or at least started building. I thought it would maybe take me like an hour. So I got home at like 10:30, I think. I went to bed at 4 a.m. and had to get up at 7 the next day for my final presentation. So that was, yeah, not how I saw that going. But yeah, it was just kind of like a big push for like the end of the semester, I guess. So kind of worth it, but I was also just like so tired. I was very grateful that my studio group was our final presentation was pretty casual. And I think a lot of us we really needed that. Some others were like, some other groups, they had theirs like really super formal. I just was not, I could not have done that. So yeah, had a very casual final presentation. It was like a fairly good presentation. All the professors were like fully aware that this is our last project, so they're not like completely gonna tear it down unless it sucked. So that was encouraging. The next morning, so we finished that, and then the next morning we had to be back at school on a Saturday to set up for what's called DAP which is basically like senior showcase. But we had to like reset our entire space that we had set up, and there was like some of my like old models that I didn't necessarily want at my final that like were kind of important in like the research process of my project. And so it was like my professor was like, you should set those up, like that's helpful for people who have literally never seen your project before. So we reset that up early in the morning. I'm not very good at this. And it wasn't until we had to reset the next day, but there was still a couple of days before it like opened. So I had a couple days to kind of collect my thoughts. I made like little signs and stuff to like make my space cuter, I guess. I had that like time to kind of collect thoughts, go to bed, sleep. And then I don't remember what night it was, but we had the official like DAPWorks kickoff event. And that was really fun because then you get to see just like everyone with their projects, and like it's a big deal. I was in school for 5 years for this, so it was just kind of like a bittersweet moment for like me and all my classmates of like, we're done. And then you also have like some employers walking around chatting to you, so I got to talk to some of those people. I had some of my coworkers from the different internships that I've done come and visit, which was really nice, and just super fun to see everyone. And they all knew that I was like struggling through the end of this project, so they were like excited to see it and like see what all I had done. You're also talking to strangers as well, so like people that are just like, oh, this is super cool, like I want to know more about it. So just like encouraging, you know. It was also noted on here, it was very relieving. It was like the first moment in a long time that it was like I could like just breathe, like it was literally over. Well, that's a lie. It wasn't completely over. So we had to also put together a book. So 2 semesters long. The first semester we put a book together that was like all of our research stuff and our like study models and whatnot. So now we had about a week before graduation, where we could like work on our final like documented book, which I still need to order mine, but that's okay. It's the book is done. I just have to order it. That's just me procrastinating. So then, graduation. So we had a bunch of people from my mom's side of the family coming in. Sorry, I'm trying to like make up and talk. Setting spray. Alright. Okay, so then we had graduation, and I'm gonna pause while I spray my face so that I don't eat all this setting spray. So then, graduation. My sister and I actually graduated on the same day. We just had different ceremonies, so I graduated at 9 a.m. and she graduated at like 3. So we had a bunch of extended family in. They spent the night, and then we graduated. We did the thing. Me at graduation. Insert photo here. And then the day after graduation, DAP Works is closing, so I had to go back over to DAP the next day and clean out all my stuff. And that way my extended family came with me. They got to see my project. And then we tore it all down. We went up to studio. I like brought a bunch of stuff back. Yeah, so that was like also kind of bittersweet of like, this is the last time I'm in studio. And like throwing a bunch of stuff away, and yeah, crazy. The day after that, my sister ran the Flying Pig Marathon. This was her first full marathon. She's done a couple half marathons before, so this is the first time she did the full thing. So we were up very early downtown, ready to watch. Family was all with us, so we were driving around Cincinnati to catch her and wave at her, and we had bubble wands, and it was very fun. She did great. And then I had about a day or so to breathe again before I was off to a conference. So this conference was called Spark. It was for Christian creatives in the themed entertainment industry, and it was with one of the companies that I had internshiped with. And while I was there, they were planning this conference. This was the first ever conference like this that they were hosting. So I was really excited to go, and I had kind of advocated for college students to be able to attend, so I felt like I needed to go. But it was super helpful and super like encouraging as someone who had just graduated to like be around professionals that are in an industry that I'm interested in. Yeah, so that was very fun, and I got to see a bunch of coworkers and hang out with them and catch up, and they were people that couldn't come to my capstone were asking about capstone, so it was very fun. Then that conference was over, and Campus Outreach every summer does what they call Summer Leadership Project, and because of the way my schooling has been set up, I've never been able to go. So this was kind of the only and last year that I could actually make it, but it started while the conference was, or before the conference happened. So it had been already going on for like 4 or 5 days. But one of my other friends who was also a senior, he wanted to go, but he also had to go late. So it worked out perfectly. We both drove together to the Outer Banks for this summer leadership project. It was super fun, kind of like a last hurrah with like campus outreach events. And yeah, just super enriching to be around a bunch of students. While we were on that trip, I had my birthday, so that was really fun, and I felt very loved. And then, yeah, kind of like bittersweet ending to like all of college was getting home from that. But I was also very exhausted. I had just been nonstop going for quite some time. That's all the notes that I have, but there has been more that has happened since then. So Kaylin, my friend from college that graduated the previous year, she's getting married, and so I had a few days, I believe, before we had her bachelorette trip, and that was in Destin, Florida. Which was super fun, and it ended up being a joint bachelorette party. So the groomsmen had their own house and the bridesmaids had their own house, and we did like a pool day at the girls' house, and the guys came over, and then like we had a pickleball morning, and like yeah, it was very fun. Went to the beach, took cute photos, got them ready to get married, I guess. So that's basically, I feel like you're pretty much caught up. That was literally so much, I know. I very much wanted to vlog a lot of that. I wanted to vlog graduation really bad. But I think just because we had so much family in town and like I really hadn't had a lot of time to like collect my thoughts, it was too much. I couldn't I could not wrap my mind around yeah, there was too much and my brain was like so overwhelmed and I just needed a break from like editing. Meanwhile, the Texas vlog that I just posted, that was March. I had that like just sitting on my computer. I was not prepared. Oh my gosh, look at what I just did. But, so, all that to say, I'm really sorry that I didn't vlog it because those were some very fun times. Again, I also wanted to vlog OBX really bad, but it was kind of my last CO event, and I've been their social media person, so it was nice to like not have to worry about social media, and I could just like spend time with my friends. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. I feel like I just talked really fast, like, to you, but I also have a lot going on this week. Father's Day's coming up, my sister's birthday's coming up, and then I have to head back to Indianapolis for Caitlin's wedding and rehearsal dinner, and I have a bridal shower for someone else this week, so there's a lot going on, and I just needed to share life with you really quick. So I hope that you enjoy this video. If not, I'm really sorry, but don't tell me. And hopefully I'm going to be able to sorry, I kicked the table. I'm going to be able to vlog kind of wedding stuff weekend. I feel like we're going to have a lot of fun. So hopefully that'll be a vlog. If not, again, really sorry. But thank you so much for watching. If you did like this, you could like and subscribe and maybe watch some old videos, but if not, that's also okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and see you at the next one.